Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. English Channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
Hi, Emily. It is wonderful to be here with you today for another great episode.
I am so happy too, because today we are talking about everyday conversations. We want to help our listeners speak naturally in daily life.
Oh, that sounds very useful. What is the first situation we are going to look at today?
Let's start with the very beginning of the day. Paul, what is the first thing you say when you wake up?
Well, if I see my family, I always say good morning with a big smile. It is simple, but it makes everyone happy.
That is so true. Sometimes I am too tired, so I just say morning in a quiet voice.
Yes, that is very common too. Morning is a great casual way to greet people you know well.
Exactly. But what if you are talking to your boss at work? Do you say the same thing?
No, definitely not. For my boss, I always use the full sentence, "Good morning, Mr. Smith." It sounds much more professional.
Yes, exactly. It's all about who you are talking to. Small changes make a big difference in English.
You are right. After greetings, I usually talk about my breakfast. I love talking about food in the morning.
Oh, really? How do you ask someone about their breakfast? What phrases do you use?
I usually ask my wife, "What are we having for breakfast today?" Or sometimes I say, "Did you make coffee yet?"
Wow. Did you make coffee yet? Is a question I ask every single day. I really need my coffee to wake up.
Me too, Emily. If there is no coffee, I feel a bit grumpy. Then I have to say, "I'm going to buy a coffee."
That brings us to our next daily situation. Going to a local coffee shop is a perfect place to practice English.
Oh, I love coffee shops. Let's pretend we are at one right now. How do you order your favorite drink?
When I go to the counter, I like to be very polite. I usually say, "Hello, could I please have a large latte?"
That is a perfect phrase. It is polite because you used "could I please have." It is very nice.
Thanks, Paul. What do you say when you want something very fast and informal?
If I am in a big hurry, I might just say, "Hi, black coffee to go, please." It is short, but still polite because of please.
To go is a very important phrase for beginners. It means you want to drink it outside the shop, right?
Yes, exactly. If you want to sit at a table inside the shop, you can say, "To stay, please."
Great example. So we have to go for takeaway and to stay for sitting inside. Simple and useful.
What about paying? The barista usually asks a question when it is time to pay. Do you know what it is?
Yes, they usually ask, will that be cash or card? It's a standard question in almost every shop.
Right, and I usually answer very quickly, "Card, please." Then I just tap my card on the machine.
Technology makes it so easy these days. No need for a long conversation there.
But wait, Emily, what happens if the machine does not work? That can be a bit stressful.
Oh, that is a classic situation. If that happens, I ask, can I try again? Or do you take cash?
Good job. Those two questions can save you in a difficult situation. It's always good to have a backup plan.
Definitely. Now, let's move on to another part of the day. Let's talk about traveling to work or school.
Commuting can be interesting. I usually take the bus, so I have to check the time often.
How do you ask someone about the bus schedule if you are waiting at the bus stop?
I usually look at the person next to me and say, "Excuse me, do you know what time the next bus arrives?"
Oh, excuse me is perfect. It is the best way to get someone's attention politely in public.
Yes, it really is. And if the bus is very late, people might say, "The traffic is terrible today."
Ugh, traffic. Nobody likes traffic. If I am late for a meeting, I have to call my coworker.
What do you say on the phone when you are stuck in traffic and running late?
I usually say, "Hi, I'm sorry, but I'm stuck in traffic. I'll be about 10 minutes late."
That is a very clear and helpful message. It explains the problem and gives the time. Perfect.
Thanks. It's always better to communicate clearly when you are delayed. It shows you respect their time.
Speaking of time, we've been talking for a while now. Time flies when you're having fun.
It really does. If you are enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who is learning English.
Yes. And if you're still listening, comment coffee below. We want to see who loves coffee as much as we do.
Now, let's get back to our daily conversations. Let's talk about what happens when you arrive at work or school.
Entering the office. You see your coworkers. What is the standard question you ask them?
The most common one is definitely, "How are you?" or "How is it going?" They are both great.
I use "how is it going" a lot with my close colleagues. It feels very friendly and relaxed.
And how do you usually respond to that? Do you give a long story about your life?
No, usually just a short answer. I say, "Good, thanks. How about you?" Keep it simple and polite.
Yes, exactly. You don't need to explain everything. Just a quick, "Good, thanks," is perfect for the workplace.
What if you were having a really bad day? Is it okay to say that to a coworker?
Well, if they are a close friend, you can say, "To be honest, I'm a bit tired today." It is honest, but polite.
To be honest is a wonderful expression. It shows you are sharing a real feeling with them.
Yes, it builds a nice connection between friends. Now, let's change the topic to lunch break, my favorite break.
Lunchtime is the best. I love deciding what to eat. I often ask my friends, where should we go for lunch?
That is a classic question. What if you want to suggest a specific place, like a burger restaurant?
I would say, how about we get some burgers today? It's a nice way to make a suggestion without being bossy.
Oh, how about is a super useful structure for suggestions. You can use it for anything.
Yes. For example, how about we watch a movie tonight? Or, how about we go for a walk?
Wow, you're on a roll, Paul. Those are excellent examples for our learners to practice.
Thank you, Emily. I try my best. After lunch, we usually have to go back to work and talk about tasks.
Right. Sometimes you need help from a colleague. How do you ask for help without sounding demanding?
I usually use a very polite phrase like, "Could you help me with this report when you have a minute?"
That is very polite. When you have a minute shows that you respect their busy schedule.
Exactly. It gives the other person a choice. They can say, "Sure, I can help you right now."
And what if they are too busy at that moment? What would they say to you?
They might say, "I'm a bit busy right now, but I can help you after 3 o'clock."
That is a very normal response. It's not rude at all. It just explains their situation clearly.
Yes, English speakers appreciate clarity and politeness mixed together. It makes work much easier.
Now, let's fast forward to the end of the workday. You are ready to go home and relax.
The best feeling. When I leave, I always say to my team, "Have a good evening, everyone."
Have a good evening is classic and professional. What do you say to a very close work friend?
To a close friend, I usually just say, "See you tomorrow," or "Catch you later." It's very casual.
Catch you later. That is a great slang expression. It just means see you later, right?
Yes, exactly. It's very common in casual conversations among friends or younger people.
I love using that one. Now you are finally at home. You want to talk about dinner with your family or housemates.
Dinner talk. This is where we discuss our plans for cooking or ordering food.
How do you ask someone if they want to cook or if they prefer to order takeout?
I usually ask, do you want to cook tonight, or should we order pizza? It gives two clear options.
I always choose the pizza option. It is just so much easier after a long day at work.
I knew you would say that. Ordering food is definitely a popular choice on weekdays.
It really is. But if you do decide to cook, you might need to check the fridge first. What do you say then?
I look inside and say, we have some chicken and vegetables. We can make a stir fry.
Yum! We can make is a very simple and direct way to propose a plan for dinner.
Yes, it is practical and helps everyone decide quickly. Cooking together can also be a lot of fun.
True. After dinner, it is time to relax. People usually talk about their favorite evening activities.
Emily, what do you usually do to relax in the evening? Do you watch television or read?
I love to watch a good series. I often tell my friends I'm watching a really interesting show right now.
Oh, that's a great conversation starter. Then your friends can ask, what is it about?
Exactly, and I can describe it simply. For example, it's a story about a family living in London.
Simple present tense is perfect for describing the plot of a book or a television show. It keeps it clear.
Yes, exactly. No need for complicated grammar when you're just chatting about a show with friends.
What about reading? I prefer reading books before I go to sleep. It helps my brain relax.
That sounds wonderful. How do you tell someone about the book you are reading?
I just say, I am reading a fantastic book about history at the moment. It is very inspiring.
At the moment is another great phrase. It means the same as right now, but it sounds very natural.
Yes, it is a nice variation to use, so you don't repeat now too many times in a conversation.
Speaking of variations, let's talk about the weekend. Weekend plans are a major topic of conversation during the week.
Oh yes, on Thursdays and Fridays, everyone asks, do you have any plans for the weekend?
That is the number one weekend question. And how do you answer if you don't have any specific plans?
I usually say, not much, just relaxing at home. How about you? It's an easy way to return the question.
Perfect. And if you do have an exciting plan, like going to the beach, what do you say then?
I say, yes, I am going to the beach with some friends on Saturday. I am so excited.
Ah, you used I'm going to. That is the best structure for future plans that are already decided.
Exactly. We use going to for plans we have already made. It shows certainty about the future.
Good job, Paul. You explained grammar so naturally through our conversations. Our listeners must love it.
Thanks, Emily. I think examples are always better than long lists of rules from a textbook.
I agree completely. Real conversations help you learn English the way people actually speak it every day.
Let's think about one more common situation. Talking about the weather. People love talking about the weather.
Especially in English-speaking countries. It is the ultimate small talk topic. How do you start a conversation about it?
If it is a beautiful day, I just look up and say, beautiful weather today, isn't it?
Oh, I love that. Adding "isn't it" at the end is a tag question. It invites the other person to agree with you.
Yes. And what do they usually reply when you say that on a sunny day?
They almost always say, "Yes, it's lovely," or "Absolutely, it's gorgeous today." It creates an instant positive connection.
But what if it is raining cats and dogs? What do you say when the weather is terrible?
Raining cats and dogs is a funny idiom. If it's pouring, I say, "It's freezing today," or "I hate this rain."
Those are very relatable phrases. Everyone understands the feeling of being stuck in cold, rainy weather.
Exactly. Whether it is sunny or rainy, talking about the weather is an easy way to break the ice with anyone.
Break the ice is another great idiom. It means to start a conversation with someone you don't know well, right?
Yes, exactly. It helps everyone feel more comfortable and relaxed in social situations.
We have covered so many great daily situations today, Emily. From morning greetings to weather talk.
We really have. I hope our listeners feel more confident about practicing these phrases in their own lives.
Practice is the key. The more you use these simple sentences, the easier they will become for you.
Absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe to Mr. English channel, like this video, and leave a comment below to practice your English.
Thank you so much for listening today, everyone. Keep practicing and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.